Hello little dreamers and grown-ups too. Ready for some stories? Great. Benny, Pip, Ron and John the garden snail. Evening settled over the garden, warm and blue, with soft chords shimmering in the air. And music, the flowers seemed to hum themselves. Benny and Pip floated down on Ron the smiling cloud, following the sound to a winding path of moss. There in the lamplight of fireflies was John the garden snail, shell glistening like a polished moonstone, slowly tidying the garden before sleep. He nudged fallen petals into soft piles, rolled dew back to thirsty roots, and hummed as he worked, the chords around him deepening with every gentle task. "Do you need help?" Benny asked softly. John smiled, slow and kind. "I must finish before night closes. The plants sleep better when everything is in place." Pip fluttered low, catching stray dew and tossing it playfully onto thirsty leaves. Ron drifted closer, shading the sprouts with cool, soft shadow so they could rest early. Benny gathered petals in his paw, stacking them into little cushions for beetles curled beneath. With every bit of care, the garden glowed, soft greens and blues rising like quiet music, matching the strange shimmering chords in the air. The more they helped, the more the garden seemed to breathe, slower, calmer, ready for sleep. At last, John nestled under a leaf, chores done. Benny leaned against Ron's warm fluff. Pip curled on his shoulder. The whole garden hushed and shining. The chords faded, leaving only stillness, soft and whole. Benny's eyes closed, heavy as fruit on a summer branch. The garden slept, and so did he. The end. Benny and Michalis the midnight squid. High above the summer sea, Benny the bear floated with Pip, his tiny fairy mouse friend, on Ron their smiling cloud. The moon's reflection shimmered like silver silk, and faint songs rose from below, bubbly notes, soft as laughter. "Do you hear that?" Pip whispered. Ron drifted lower until they skimmed the waves. Suddenly, a glowing shape spiraled up. Michalis the midnight squid. His body shimmered coral pink and blue, each colour pulsing with his song. Tentacles spun gentle circles, scattering droplets that glittered like tiny stars. "Welcome to the midnight choir," Michalis bubbled. "The what?" Benny asked. "Every summer night, the sea sings itself to sleep," Michalis said. "Want to join?" The water began to hum. Silverfish swirled in harmony. Turtles tapped their shells like soft drums. And Michalis' tentacles plucked the currents like a harp. Each note drifted skyward, turning the waves faintly luminous. Ron puffed soft cloud chords to join in. Pip twirled overhead, scattering moon dust that caught the glow. Benny clapped along, the sound of paws meeting fur adding a gentle beat to the lullaby. As the melody slowed, the sea grew calm. Michalis curled into a quiet spiral. "There," he whispered. "Now the ocean can dream." Benny yawned. Leaning against Ron's fluff. "And so can we." Above them, the stars blinked in time with the last notes. A sleepy promise that even the sea knows how to rest. The end. If you enjoy these gentle stories, please consider tapping like and subscribe. It really helps this little channel grow, and we'll be right here every night. And thank you to our Little Dreamers Club, our subscribers. It's great to see you back again. Benny, Pip, Ron, and Nick's dream guitar. One soft summer evening, Ron the smiling cloud carried Benny the bear and Pip, his tiny mouse friend, across a sleepy meadow brushed with fireflies. A quiet strumming drifted on the wind, low, warm, and glowing like honey. They followed the music to a silver fox named Nick, seated beneath a willow. In his paws was a guitar unlike any other, carved from driftwood, its strings spun from moonlight and dandelion fluff. "Each note is a dream," Nick whispered. "Listen." He plucked a single string. The air rippled gold, carrying the scent of sun-warmed berries. Another note shimmered pale blue, soft rain on summer leaves. With every chord, dreams lifted into the sky, weaving trails of light for sleepy creatures everywhere. Pip danced in the air, catching tiny notes like falling petals. Ron drifted low, spreading Nick's lullaby across the meadow, turning fireflies into glowing sparks that pulsed in time with the song. Benny rested beside Nick, eyes wide and calm, feeling the music hum through his fur. As the last chord faded, the willow swayed with silence. The meadow breathed. Benny curled up in the grass. Pip nestled close. And Ron hovered above, humming softly as the moonlight settles. The dream guitar's music lingered in their hearts, a hush that felt like forever. The end. Good night, little dreamers.